Welcome to this well-rounded yoga practice with some balancing poses to improve our stability and balance. Standing stable and steady in balancing poses for several breaths can be challenging. The good news is that patience and regular practice will soon improve your sense of balance and give you a sense of achievement. So come to balancing poses with patience and awareness. Don't take yourself too seriously and just enjoy the process of learning instead. So let's start practicing these poses together. When you are ready, you will begin in a child's pose. So let's relax your arms by your sides, bending your elbows, turning your palms facing up. Releasing the forehead on the mat, or you can use block or pillow to support your head. And then you can slowly start tuning inward into the body, bringing your awareness to your breath. Noticing all the sensations of your breath, the length, the depth. And slowly and gradually start deepening and lengthening your breath. So slowly inhaling and exhaling through the nose. And with each exhalation, try to relax and soften your whole body. And once you're ready, you can slowly start rolling your spine all the way up to a seat, sitting on the heels. Let's take an inhale to lengthen through the spine. And as you exhale, fold your torso down, releasing the forehead on the mat. Inhale, slowly start lifting your hips up as you roll under the top of the head. And as you exhale, slowly release your hips back down into child's pose. Inhale, roll the spine back up. Long spine. Exhaling into your forward fold. Gently releasing the forehead on the mat. Inhale, lift your hips, roll on the crown of the head. Exhale, slowly release your hips back towards the heels. Inhale, roll back up. Exhale, release, shoulders down, relax. And just pause here. Take a nice big breath in. And slow and full breath out. And slowly start transitioning to all fours, your tabletop position. Bringing your shoulders right above the wrist and your knees underneath the hips. And with your next breath in, slowly start finding your first cow. Lift your sit bones, relax your belly, open through the chest. Exhale round through the spine, pushing your spine up towards the ceiling. And again, inhale your cow. Exhale, rounding through the spine. Release your head, chin to chest. One more time. Inhale, lift your sit bones, open up through the heart. Exhale, rounding through the spine, releasing your head. And coming back to your neutral spine, preparing for our downward facing dog. So walk your hands slightly out in front of the shoulders, tuck your toes under and lift your tailbone up and back towards the ceiling. Bend your right knee, straighten your left leg and switch legs. Left knee bent, right leg straight. And again, let's pedal it out, alternating your legs. And just finding stillness for a moment, grounding through both heels. Make sure finding nice long spine as you draw your shoulder blades down and together your back. Relax your head. Keep breathing slowly and deeply into the whole body. Nice. Let's bend your knees, look between your hands, and just walk your feet to the top of your mat, ragdoll pose. So bend your knees a lot so you can relax your torso. Allow your torso to hang heavy over your thighs. Feel free to fold your forearms. You can hold your opposite elbow and really allow your head to feel heavy, gently swaying side to side. You can move your head gently, little yes, little no. And slowly take your time. Once you are ready, roll your spine all the way up to standing. Standing nice and tall. Let's loop those shoulder blades down and together your back. Turning your palms forward to open up through the chest. Slightly tucking your tailbone under, pulling your low belly in and up towards the spine. Long neck, so reaching up through the crown of the head. Beautiful. As you breathe in, reach your arms overhead. And as you exhale, swan dive down, forward fold. You can bend your knees. Inhale into flat back, half lift. Exhale, release, fingertips on the mat. And bring your right foot back. Drop your right knee down into your Anjaneyasana, half crescent lunge. Stretch your arms overhead. Lengthen through the spine. Keeping your abdominal muscles engaged as you gently squeeze your belly in. And with your next breath out, you can release, plant both hands back on the mat and step your left foot back into plank position. And you can release, knees, chest, chin on the mat and prepare for baby cobra. Palms underneath the shoulders and lift your torso up into your cobra. Exhale, release. Tuck your toes under, lift into half plank or plank. Exhale, let's return back into your downward facing dog. Moving on, so let's lift your right leg up, three-legged dog, and you can start opening your hips into scorpion. Stacking your right hip over the left. Stay strong in your arms. Re-extend your right leg back to three-legged dog. Level your hips. And with your exhale, step your right foot between your hands. Release your left knee down and rise up. Anjaneyasana. Releasing your hips down and forward. Opening up through the chest, softening your shoulders down from the ears. Relax your face, unclenching the jaw. Let's take one more breath in. And slowly as you breathe out, release. Fingertips on the mat, tuck your left toes under, step your left foot to meet your right. Forward fold, relax your head down. Inhale into your flat back, half lift. Squeeze your belly in. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, reverse swan dive. So all the way up to standing, reach up. Exhale, gather your hands at your heart. And again, circle your arms up. Inhale, exhale, swan dive. Inhale, lift halfway up, flat back. Exhale, step your left foot back, drop your knee down. And again, rising your torso up, pulling your front ribs in, pulling your belly slightly in so you're not arching in your lower back. And releasing your hips down and forward. Adding ladder stretch to the right, so holding onto your wrist, pull your arm up and over to the right. And you can release back to center. One more breath in. And as you exhale, cactusing your arms into your back bend. So slightly bend your back, look up. And return back to reach up. Exhale, release. Plant your hands and step back to plank position. And drop your knees on the mat, half plank. Release down onto the belly. Inhale, cobra. Exhale, release. And returning slowly back into your downward facing dog. And I'll do the same sequence on the left side. Inhale, lift your left leg up and open up those hips nice and wide again into scorpion pose on this side. Extend your left leg back to three-legged dog, and you can step your left foot between your hands, release your right knee. Let's circle your arms up overhead, stretching through the side body. And adding on our side bend, so holding onto your right wrist and gently pulling your arm up and over to the left. Keep your hips low, open up through your right shoulder, stretching through the right side of the body. Inhale, rise back up. Exhale, cactus your arms, back bend. Back to center, reach up. Exhale, release. Fingertips on the mat, lift your right knee and step your right foot to meet the left. Forward fold. Inhale into your half lift, reach forward through the crown of the head, and exhale your forward fold. Push into your heels, rise back up to standing. Exhale, gather your hands at your heart, Samasthiti. Well done, everyone. Let's take an inhale here, and with your exhale, finding chair pose. So let's send your hips back, the weight is into your heels, so make sure you can see your toes. And you can have your feet hip width apart for better balance, or feet and legs together. And if you have your legs together, start squeezing your legs firmly, engaging your quadriceps. Let's bring your hands to your hips, stay in your chair, and just step your left foot back and rise up slowly into your high lunge, crescent lunge. So take a moment to square and level those hips forward, reach your arms overhead, and with your exhalation, take your time slowly finding warrior three. So leaning your torso forward, finding airplane arms, and then lifting your left leg, maybe at your hip level. So keeping your standing leg engaged, and as well as your left leg engaged, so you can flex your foot. And then from here, slowly start bending your left knee, bringing your left knee forward into one-legged mountain. So your thigh is parallel into the ground, and crossing your legs into standing figure four. Sending your hips back like in a chair pose. Nice. And pushing into your right heel to rise back up into one-legged mountain, uncross your legs, lift your left knee back up, exhale, release. Back to standing, loop your shoulder blades down to carry your back, turn your palms forward. Let's take one more breath in, and slow exhale out. Nice. Inhale, reach your arms overhead. Exhale, sit back in your chair. Maybe this time you can reach, keep your arms up towards the ceiling. Squeezing your low belly in, slightly tucking your tailbone towards the heels. Keep your face relaxed. And once you're ready, bring your hands to the hips and ground through the sole of your left foot to step your right leg behind and rising your torso up into our high lunge on this side. Checking your front knee stacked right above the ankle, gently pulling your right hip forward, left hip back. Find your balance here, and then you can slowly start circling your arms, leaning your torso forward, finding airplane arms and lifting your back leg up. Right hip in line with the left, keep your core engaged and keep both legs engaged to find the balance. Start bending your back knee, bringing your right knee forward into one-legged mountain. And then flex your right foot to bring your ankle on top of your left thigh, sending your hips back into standing figure four. Keep your gaze steady, looking out in front of you. And then straightening that left leg, push into your heel to uncross and bring your right knee back to one-legged mountain. And you can go ahead and release. Now let's turn sideways on your yoga mat. Open your feet wide. Let's turn your left toes out, right foot slightly in. And start bending your left knee into Warrior Two. Extend your arms out to the sides. Actively reach both directions. Take an inhale, finding your peaceful warrior. Reaching your left arm up and overhead. Open up through your upper shoulder. And as you exhale, extend it side angle. Take your arms 6 and 12. Open up through the chest, shoulders, hips. And you can release. Bring your hand onto your hip. Left fingertips on the mat, about 2 feet in front of the foot. And start lifting your right leg into your half moon pose. Opening up through your hips. Try to stack your shoulders. And you can slowly release, bring your right foot back on the mat, finding Warrior Two. Inhale, star pose. Adjust your feet for goddess pose. So let's settle into your goddess pose. Keep your spine nice and long and stretching your shoulders. So drop your left shoulder across the body. Gently twist your torso and switching shoulders. Right shoulder across and then back to neutral spine. Rise back up to star, straighten your arms, your legs, and turn onto your feet, finding Warrior Two on this side. So right knee bend. Inhale your peaceful warrior. Turn your right palm up and reach up and overhead, opening up through your right shoulder. Exhale, extended side angle. Take your arms 6 and 12. Keep your left shoulder open and then bringing your left hand onto the hip and start preparing for your half moon pose. So lifting your left leg, if you can, at your hip level, or you just can keep hovering your toes, lifting above the floor and just practicing this pose. This is a very challenging pose, so it's totally okay and normal if you lose your balance here. So just keep practicing. You can pause the video and then you can maybe try 1-2 more times. Slowly release, bring your left foot back, Warrior Two. Inhale, straighten your legs, your arms back to star pose. And as you exhale, Prasarita, wide-legged forward fold. So folding your torso from your hips, release your head down. Palms can be underneath the shoulders, bend your elbows back and relax your head, your neck. Gently shift the weight more towards the balls of the feet. Inhale, lift halfway into the flat back, so come up to your fingertips. And as you exhale, bend your left knee into your Skandasana, straighten your right leg. Inhale back to center, exhale, switch sides, right knee bend. And let's repeat side to side. Move slowly with your breath. Keep sending your hips back. And just switching sides, your pace. Return back to center and just start turning onto your toes. Walk your fingertips back to the top of the mat and step back into plank position. Drop your knees down and release down onto the belly. Inhaling into your cobra, lift your chest forward and up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Let's lift your right leg up. Inhale here. Exhale, scorpion. Re-extend your right leg. Inhale. Exhale, pigeon pose. So let's bring your right knee towards the wrists. Take a moment to square and level those hips forward. Open up through the chest, come up to your fingertips, shoulders down from the ears. And as you exhale, slowly release, folding your torso forward and down into your sleeping pigeon. So any arm variation, you can plant your palms underneath the forehead or using pillow. Bring your awareness, your attention to your hips and try to relax any tension. Slowly start rising up, so coming out of your pigeon pose, come up onto your fingertips. Now let's roll onto your right hip, so turning towards the long side of your yoga mat, so you're turning to the left. Keep your legs as they are and adding side bend, so stretch your right arm up and overhead. Left hand can reach maybe for the ankle or bringing your forearm inside of the leg. So great side body stretch going down your right hip. Go ahead, rise back up to center. And as you exhale, let's add on twist to the right. So with your left hand, hold your right knee or your thigh and twist your torso as you gently press your right shoulder back into the twist. Right fingertip supporting the body. Return back to center. And coming back into your low lunge, so turning your chest forward. Return back to three-legged dog. So lift your right leg up, shake it out. And let's switch sides. Once you're ready, lifting your left leg up, opening your hip, scorpion. Extending your left leg, bend your left knee, bring your knee towards your left hand. And just finding your pigeon pose on this side. So bending your right leg long behind, your right toe straight, leveling your hips, right hip in line with the left, and folding your torso down if you are ready, or being on your elbows if you like, on your forearms, or stay on your fingertips. A couple of slow and full breaths here. And let's take one more breath all together. Inhale. And slowly exhale. Beautiful. Lift yourself back up and roll onto the left hip. Keep your right leg wide open, left knee bend, and extend your left arm up and overhead, side bend to the right. And you can release back to neutral spine. Lengthen the spine as you inhale. And as you exhale, twist your torso to the left. Returning back slowly once you are ready. Back to three-legged dog, so you can shake your leg out. And downward facing dog. Go ahead, let's find dolphin pose from here. So come onto your elbows, drawing your elbows towards the head, pressing into the forearms to lengthen the spine. So gently squeezing the belly, straightening your legs or bending your knees as much as you would like. Nice, and take your time slowly releasing your knees back on the mat, tabletop position. Relax into your full child's pose, Balasana. Allow your arms to relax by your sides, releasing your shoulders towards the ground. Breathing into the back body. Inhale, slowly roll back up. Sitting on the heels, and just pause here for a second. Notice how you feel. Let's take one more breath together here. Inhale. And full exhale. Nice. Then slowly we will transition on our back, so take your time. Lie down on your back. Prepare your feet for a bridge pose. Feet hip width and parallel. You can start lifting your pelvis up. Maybe clasping your hands as you draw your shoulder blades down and together your back. Engaging your quadriceps, so make sure not splaying your knees out. Option maybe if you'd like to lift your heels or keep your heels grounded. Once you're ready, you can release. Bringing your pelvis slowly down, rolling through the spine. Nice. And let's extend your left leg long on the mat. Bend your right knee and pull your right knee in towards the belly. Keep your shoulders relaxed. And then open your right arm out to the side, and with your left hand, guide your knee across your body into your spinal twist, supine twist. Slightly shift your hips more over to the right, so you're stacking your hips and you're turning your chest up towards the ceiling. Looking over to the right. And just pause here for a few breaths. And you'll slowly start moving out, so gently squeeze that belly so you can bring your knee back up. Squeeze your knee one last time. And once you're ready, we will switch legs. So right leg long on the mat, left knee bent, and you can start squeezing, gently pulling your knee in. And take it to your spinal twist. Slowly guide that knee over to the right. Stacking the hips and turning your chest up towards the ceiling. So make sure you're resting both shoulders, shoulder blades on the mat. You can turn your gaze towards the left shoulder, close your eyes, and take about 3 breaths or so here. So feeling the twist in the lumbar spine and try to relax, release any tension. And again, let's take one more breath all together. Nice deep breath in and full breath out. Slowly moving out, lift your knee back up, clasp your hands around the knee and let us squeeze again. And then let's bend both knees and extend your legs up towards the ceiling. You can hold the back of the legs and flex your feet, point your toes. You can start opening your knees for happy baby. So you can hold the outside edges of the feet, or you can hold on the back of the thighs or the knees. And just opening through the hips here, gently rocking side to side. Beautiful. Let's bring your knees back together and give yourself a nice big hug, big squeeze. As you lift your head, forehead towards the knees, wrap your forearms around the shins. One more nice big inhale here. Exhale, release. Extend one leg at a time, out long. Our final resting pose, Shavasana. So let's enjoy these last few moments here together to relax, soften the whole body and to let go of any remaining tension. Letting go of the breath control. Just surrendering into the stillness. And if you're ready to slowly start moving out, you can roll onto one side, fetal position, and let's pause here for a second. Place your hands under your head as a pillow. Notice how you are feeling. Using your hands, you can press yourself up to a seat so we can end our practice together, Sukhasana. Gathering your hands at your heart, Anjali Mudra, and go ahead and start rubbing your hands firmly together, creating heat and prana. And placing your warm hands over your eyes, allowing this beautiful energy to run through your whole body. And slowly release. Bring your hands back at your heart. Thank you so much, everyone, for practicing with me. And I promise you, with the practice and patience, your balance will improve over the time. And if you enjoy this practice, please subscribe to my channel, give it a like or comment. What kind of videos would you like to see from me, or any other comments or suggestions are appreciated. Thank you. Namaste.